Misapplication of fertilizers can be costly. If you apply too little, you won't achieve the desired results. If you apply too much, you waste money and material, and you could seriously damage the turf grass or harm the environment. That's why it's important to measure and adjust the amount of material you are applying by calibrating the spreader before applying fertilizers. Calibrating a spreader is not as difficult as it may seem. With a few simple instructions, you can save product, maintain turf health, and control your fertilizer budget. Here's a quick step-by-step method for calibrating a spreader. Before starting, remember to always calibrate your spreader on a turf grass site that is similar to the area on which you will be applying the material. Step 1. Gather your tools. Your spreader, surveyor's measure or tape measure, scale, bucket, chalk or flags, calculator, pencil and paper, a paved area that can be marked with chalk, paint or flags, or an area of turf that can risk marking, burning or striping. Note that on turf, it's more difficult to actually see and measure your broadcast swath. By using a paved area, you will actually be able to physically see the area of material broadcast, thus you'll be able to measure the swath your spreader is covering. Step 2. Load the spreader. Fill your spreader hopper with 10 pounds of fertilizer, making sure to accurately measure the material. Step 3. Take a short test run. On your chosen area of test ground, start spreading, walking about 20 or 30 feet. Be sure to walk at a normal walking pace, the same pace you would walk when applying. From this test run, you'll be able to calculate your current spreader setting. Step 4. Measure. After the test run, use a tape measure or surveyor's wheel to measure the effective width that is now covered with fertilizer. For easy calculations, let's assume this width is 10 feet. Step 5. Calculate. Next, determine what length of run you need to get a total area that will be easy to use for calculations. Let's go with 1,000 square feet. Divide that by the width of 10 feet, which gives you a length of 100 feet. Step 6. Mark off the distance just calculated. Using chalk, flags, or paint, mark off a 100-foot run from start point to end point. Step 7. Fill the spreader again. Fill the spreader again with a precise amount of product. For easy calculations, let's say 10 pounds. You are now spreading a known amount of material, 10 pounds, over a known distance of 100 feet. Step 8. Set the flow rate according to manufacturer's suggested settings. Set your spreader to get a base starting point, but always keep in mind that suggested settings are only starting points. Spreaders will perform differently depending on age and wear, so calibration of each product is the only way to be sure of proper product distribution. When you're ready, back up about 10 feet behind the starting point you marked and start walking towards the starting point. Just as your wheels pass over the starting point, open the spreader hopper. Make certain you push the lever down securely so that the gate on the spreader is fully open. Step 9. Return the remaining material back into the bucket. After your run, put what's left in the hopper into the bucket. The goal here is to determine what you just used by weighing what you have left over. Be sure to take bucket weight into consideration when weighing. Step 10. Weigh what's left. To calculate what you just used and determine your speed rate, weigh the remaining amount of material. Let's say you have 3 pounds left in the bucket. Then you know that your test run put out 7 pounds per 1,000 square feet. Since we are aiming for 5 pounds per 1,000 square feet, your test run determined that your spreader is applying too much material, which means you have to dial down the setting. Step 11. Refill and adjust settings. Do another test run, repeating the process until you achieve your desired spread rate. And there you have it. It's not such a difficult process after all. It shouldn't take more than 1 or 2 additional passes to calibrate the spreader to your needed application rate. In the end, calibrating a spreader is the only way to achieve true efficiency with fertilizer spreading and get that premium turf you are looking for, while also maintaining better control of material use and your budget.